Hey guys, I would like to share my experience with you how I was fixing the climate control on my Mercedes-Benz E300 Turbodiesel, the W210 generation. I had no manuals, no books, no wiring diagrams, but I got lucky and I was able to fix it. So there will be few things which you can learn from it and apply it in the case you have problem with your air conditioner too. So let's start what was happening here in the cabin. The entire climate control unit was working perfectly. The only thing which I couldn't do was switch off this economy. The red light was always on, but pushing it I couldn't switch it to the compressor. Under the hood I bring my AC gauges and I hook them to the low side and the high side, and I found out that the system was basically empty. Also, what I could see that when the engine was running, the clutch of the AC compressor wasn't engaging. So with the engine off, I checked the compressor clutch if it's freely moving, that very outside element, and it was moving but with some problems, and I couldn't turn it all the way around. Only after applying more power to it, I finally something like gave up and I was able to spin it finally 360 degrees. The AC compressor has only one wire which brings 12 volts, which you see right down there. So I remove that wire and apply directly 12 volts to the AC compressor to see if the clutch will engage or not. And clutch never moved at all. So I was pretty much sure that something wrong is with the compressor. When I had that one cable disconnected, I was also making sure that the climate control unit sends 12 volts to the compressor. So I hooked voltmeter when the cable was disconnected, and it was showing me only 6 volts, and it caused little confusion to me because then I thought, oh my god, there is some problem with the climate unit or something, but actually wasn't. I was getting only 6 volts at that wire coming to the compressor instead of 12 volts because this control unit, when it has the store codes and you cannot switch off that EC light, the red light, actually will not operate the system. So that's why I was getting only 6 volts and not 12 volts. What I had to do, I had to erase the codes, and when I came back with my voltmeter, I was immediately getting 12 volts towards to the AC compressor. So now I did recover the remainings of the refrigerant in the AC system, and then I was finally able to replace the AC compressor. When the compressor was finally out and I could see inside of these ports, I just saw in this one there was no oil whatsoever. So these pistons weren't lubricated, and that's why the whole clutch and whole compressor seized. After I installed new compressor, I did evacuate entire system with the vacuum pump, charged the system regarding specs, the weight you can find here under the hood, and I was crossing fingers that it will all work. I made sure that codes are erased from the climate unit, because otherwise, even with the brand new compressor and charge system, it won't work. You have to first erase the codes, which you can see in another video on the YouTube, which I have. So I started it up, pushed that button, put the temperatures down, and immediately within seconds the system started blowing ice cold air. So I got lucky because the repair was very simple. The only problem was the compressor, and now I can enjoy that beautiful luxury car with perfect fully automatic climate control. So hopefully these points which I presented here will be helpful for you in the future. Stay tuned for more videos, and aloha from Hawaii.